that?
My company, we're doing something along the same lines. Even though we're a really large assessment test house, our approach is the founders of our company and most of the people in our company are all from one of the biggest global competitors of ours now, at SHL. And so, but our whole philosophy is to be continually disruptive against our competitors, because we have a very approach of just be nimble, be different, and kind of figure out what the client doesn't even realize they want yet, but it's going to help them.
Right.
And so along the lines of what you guys are talking about with realistic job content that's specific, and that really is going to draw people in, because what do the applicants care about is what matters. Why would I pick this job at this company is what matters. And so one of the tools that we do is something that's been around for a while. My training's in industrial organizational psychology. I have a PhD, and basically it's a study of human behavior in workplace settings. So my clients are usually human resources people, or sometimes there are roles like for people like me who are actually the HR people. I've been on both sides of the fence. So I've done internal HR and consulting. But what do you call it? One of the solutions that we now offer that has been really interesting to clients is a short little game quiz that sits on the career site. That is a couple of little brief 4, 5, 7 sentence scenarios, and with multiple choice questions where we ask you, this is what our company is like in this particular role. And take this little fun quiz. You don't register yourself. You don't give us your name. It's purely a game for you to learn about us, and learn about the job, and see if you think this might suit you. And after they answer each question, they get an immediate feedback response of, oh, it's great that you think that that it would be good if you work at Sunglass Hut to when the store's not busy and no one's really around, to go stand out in the hall walkway of the mall and offer to clean people's sunglasses, because being creative and coming up with ways to engage prospective customers is part of our culture, et cetera, et cetera. And then when they finish the little quiz, after they are getting complimented regardless of how they answer the question, but they're getting feedback about whether they are a good fit or not for the job, and why they may or may not choose to apply. And we don't know who you are yet. We're just trying to encourage the right people to want to continue to learn about us and to apply. And then they take that little game and they put it out on their social media and say, come check out something cool, fun, and new to play around with. You can see if you might like our culture in this particular job. Clients love this thing. And it's not some little software thing that someone created with a IT department in the back. This is a validated psychometric tool that there actually is a scoring algorithm in the back end that was done with statistics and psychometrics to identify who would be a good fit. And if they're a good fit, at the end of the quiz, not only is it really positive and really engaging, but it actually says apply now, and there's a button so they can click it and go right in if they choose. And for everyone else, it's like, oh, thank you for playing, and it's great that you want to learn more about our company. Take it as many times as you want. Tell your friends. Please come back and explore the other stuff on our site. And so everyone walks away with a positive experience, but you get to not clog, not clog the top of the funnel with people really who should have no business being in your applicant tracking funnel at all. Because let's face it, they are applying for a job that sounds exciting, but they don't know what it is. How many people do you think apply for jobs at Google, for example, and high volume jobs at Google, and if they really fully understood what it was, it's basically a lot of those jobs are basically the equivalent of selling Yellow Book page ads. Right, because they're primarily an advertising company. That's really where their revenue comes from. And if I told you I've got this excellent job, you get to be on the phone or on email and constantly sell advertising, how many people would sign up for that? I mean, some do, clearly, but they're getting attracted to the culture of the company without understanding the job. So if you can get them to understand that here's our culture and here's this particular job that lots of thousands of people are applying for, are you sure you want to be a flight attendant? Here's the pros and cons about being the flight attendant, right? Like, you might get stuck in Hamburg tomorrow because the plane doesn't work, so you're not going to make it home this weekend, or or et cetera, et cetera. So that side of it is pretty neat, because it creates a realistic view of what the job is, and then they can choose if this is what I want to do. And they may like their job, but not this company.